Hey guys, I'm back with my video response to episode 227. Another fine episode, guys, although, strangely enough, it sounded like, Pappy, you said episode 226 at the beginning of the episode. But anyway, guys, that was a cool episode. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I love the chatter at the beginning. It may have been 17 and a half minutes of random talk, but that's cool with me, I like it. That's cool. So anyways, let's get into it. Before I get into it, I've got my, I don't know if this will show up in the camera, TC Helicon pedal here, hooked up to my, I'll just move the camera, might be easier. Where are we? Condenser microphone. Woo! Large diaphragm Rode NT1A studio condenser mic. That's better with the camera. So I'm not running any pop filters, windsocks, anything like that, so you guys can hear the difference what this pedal's making. Now I've got it at a modest level. I am using a noise gate on my rack mount vocal strip, but that is all I'm using on that, nothing else. All the EQ and compression is going to go through this pedal right here. So let's turn it on. It's at middle settings, and you can hear it different straight away. So this is cool. So if any of you guys out there getting into vocals or anything like that, this pedal is basically a compressor and EQ. So yeah, it's awesome. But let me get into some of those settings at the end of the episode, hey? Well, end of my episode, I should say, to my video response. So what I'll do is I'll just leave it there. Leave it there at the neutral setting right in the middle. So anyways, let's get into it. TV talk, guys. That was pretty cool. Glad to hear you got a TV PT. And, just like you, Pappy, I had a like CRT TV for years. I went out, when I finally got a bit of money, I went out and I spent just under $2,000 on a 76 centimeter widescreen. I don't know what that is in inches, whatever. It's not very big. It's probably, yay wide. And it was almost $2,000. It sits in my bedroom now, and I never turn it on. Ever. I don't really watch TV anyway. Like, hardly ever. But I did go out and I did purchase a 50-inch plasma 4HD TV. And the picture is clear, but I never use it. Ever. I don't watch TV. I don't even know why I bought the thing. It was on sale for, what did I get it for? I got it for $1,600. It was like half price. It's like last year's model. So I was like, alright, that's a good deal. And I put out the credit card and I bought it, which is kind of silly. I don't even spend that money on anything, any rash decisions like that. So, but yeah, no. But once you go full high def, you can never go back. And I tell you, it is quite the experience, especially watching modern like music videos. I really like watching like live music, like live DVDs and that sort of thing, but where it's filmed really, really well with high def cameras and that sort of thing, because then you can focus in on what the guitar players are actually doing and things like that. So I really enjoyed it, and I did put Steve Benford's fretboard freedom lesson on the plasma TV to watch that to learn a thing or two. Got to see Benford this big. But anyway, cool to hear that you're going back to get your education, Pappy. I understand exactly where you're coming from. I didn't have much money, or I didn't even have a job when I finished school, and my main priority was to get a job. It's nice to eat. It's nice to have a roof over your head and things like that. Cool things to have. You might be earning minimum wage back in those days, but that's why I got this belly. So anyway, let's get into it. So Rock Prodigy, I actually downloaded that, and I had a quick go of the free song on there, which is the Bark song, I think. Anyway, Rock Prodigy. I like the advertising on there. Let's just go through everything. Nice, they give everyone credit. And the music that comes up on it's kind of cool. Is it playing? There it is. I had to go with the Bark song there, the free one that it comes with. And it's pretty much like moving tab. I think it's cool. I like how the sound comes out. The iPhone microphone didn't really pick up my acoustic guitar as well as it could have, which is a shame. It'd probably be better if I plug my electric in, but then if I plug my electric guitar in, I'm going to crank that up, and I'm not going to hear the sound that that's producing, which is what is the whole point of getting something out of it. So I thought it's cool. It's a cool idea, and it'd be a really good useful tool. The main thing I like about it is the fact that you're not looking at the strings. You're looking at the screen. So therefore, it's going to teach you how to play guitar without looking at your strings, which I think is a huge advantage. You get used to the way the neck feels, and you have to have a quick glance to just get your position and that sort of thing. But it's I think it's a really good idea. I can't wait for it to come on to like PC or Mac, so I can use it on the computer, because the screen on my iPhone is kind of small. I wouldn't mind having a whole screen. I've got a 24-inch wide screen high def monitor here, and that'd be cool to use it for something. So yeah, that was cool. Hopefully it takes off, and I might go check out some of the songs they got and maybe purchase a few. So, but that was cool. I like the guy. Like, he's really passionate about it, and they got a lot of talented people on board, so it's pretty cool. I checked out a bit of Taj Mahal. That guy's quite talented. A little hard to understand. He's on the Didario Strings YouTube page teaching some lessons. But it was cool, like really talented individual, and I never would have heard of him if it wasn't for the Bliss. Not really my type of music, but really good to watch, and really entertaining in some of the videos I saw, so it was cool. Getting on to Dave Mack's segment, the Tech Talk. I really enjoyed it. The only thing I was disappointed with is it was just a little bit too short. So I wish it went for a little bit longer, but that was cool. That he sort of asked the questions that the rest of us are kind of too scared to ask sometimes as well. So thank you, Dave. As we go into the picks, Blood Drunk Pappy, cool. Children of Bodom, one of my favorite bands. And like you're saying, he looks cool with a V. I could never imagine myself purchasing a V. They're pretty uncomfortable to play sitting down, and I'm a small guy, so I'd look kind of ridiculous with it anyway. But I love Children of Bodom. I saw them last time they were here, and apparently Alexi was sick, and he ripped it up. He ripped it up like it was unbelievable. You just had to be there. Like, it was an awesome concert. But yeah, the outro track, Dave, Callum, and Doug Darrell. That was awesome. Tequila. It was really cool. I really liked it. I liked the tone that you were getting out of it. And yeah, fantastic track. But let's talk about something serious. At the beginning of the episode, I'm with you, PT. Sorry, Pappy, but blokes don't put citrus in their beer. It's one of my favourite beers, imported Heineken. I'm going to grab this while they've still got them at the liquor store. I love Heineken. Of course, it goes in my stubby cooler, because I'm Australian. What else was in there? That's pretty much it. But I did like your story about when you're being a teenager and you're flipping the bird, Pappy. Here's a story for you guys. So I'm just trying to monitor myself, considering I'm just got the pedal and everything here, and these headphones are getting a little bit annoying. But here's a story for you guys. So, back in my youth, and I'm a lot older than I look, for anyone else out there. Back in my youth, once we went to another place. We used to hang out at McDonald's. Anyway, so, and at this sort of like, it's called Nepean River, and it's got like a long road, and people drag race down there. So we went there in my friend's like shitbox car. It was a 1978 Holden Gemini, if anyone wants to look it up. 4-door, not the coupe. So anyways, I was always the smallest out of all of my friends, so I always had to sit in the middle in the back, which I didn't really care because I wasn't driving. These other two guys were there, who I won't mention their names, and they hate cops. I hate cops. So we're driving down the main strip of this road. There's shops on either side and so forth. And there was a policeman walking a dog, and this guy in the car just yells out, "Oh, cops are dogs, just like that one." So what do? They get straight in their car, and they start to follow us, but we didn't realise they were following us. So I'm sitting in the back, I'm off my head. Like, I'm so drunk, it's not funny. So these two guys on wound down the side windows on the back. They're sitting up on the side of the door frame. So they're up on the door frame, sort of like this. You know, hanging out, hanging out like this, one on each side, while we're doing 120 k's down this road, which the speed limit is 80 kilometers. I'm just sitting in the back, sort of chilling out because I'm a bit, bit out of it. And then all of a sudden, these sirens and the cop cars, and there's a couple of cop cars behind us, and they pull us over. And the first thing the cop does, he goes to me, "You're the one that called me a dog." Excuse me, I'm sitting there like, fuck off, man, I didn't call you a fucking dog. And so then they gave us called infringement notices, which is like a ticket. I told the cop my name was this other guy I didn't like from school, and they believed it because I didn't have any ID on me or anything like that. And the other guy that was next to me told them another name, and they gave us these infringement notices with these other people's tickets on it. But I tell you what, as soon as I saw those cops, I absolutely shit my pants. I thought, holy shit, we're in trouble now. Because where I'm from, where I grew up, they're not exactly the nicest people, the police. Even if you're just walking down the street, they will harass you. They certainly will. So, but yeah, like I didn't call the police officer any names. I was just chilling out in the back seat. And then the idiot's like, "Hey, you were the one that did it." And I was like, "Piss off, man." But anyways, I'm lucky. We're kind of lucky they didn't lock us up really for the night, just because they can be, they can just abuse their power. But anyways, that's my story. One of my stories I went through. But I agree. If you haven't gone out and partied, you have wasted your youth, because that's what it's all about. No responsibility. Go out there and have a good time. Get drunk in whichever way you see fit. If you're not hurting anyone else, it doesn't matter. So. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's just get into this pedal, and you guys can hear the difference. I'm going to turn it off, and hopefully you can really hear the difference in the tone of my voice. I really love the effect. It's subtle, and it pushes your vocal to the front. I'm going to turn it back on. So now it's on. So let me just try to sing a note, anything, so you guys can hear the difference, and hopefully it won't clip, because I've got nothing on this condenser microphone. So here we go. Yeah! Whoa, that clipped there. Let me get back a bit. Yeah! So you could hear the difference there. So what I'm going to do is, it's on now, and I'm just going to turn down, it's got a shape control, which is the EQ. So let's just turn that right down to the minimum, and it's a bit more bassy. There's not really any EQ. I'm going to crank that to the maximum, and now you're going to hear it's much, much, much brighter. And it's adaptive EQ. It listens to your voice and it sort of adapts to it, so they say. Which is cool. I'm going to put it back in the middle because I kind of like it in the middle. Actually, I like to boost it a little bit or cut it a little bit depending on the tone I'm going for, because my voice is kind of bright when I sing. And the compressor, let's turn that down to minimum. There's pretty much no compression happening right now. So let me just sing something, and I'll rotate the compressor to maximum. Here you go. Yeah. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. So the compressor's at maximum now, and it's keeping things consistent and subtle. Of course, the overall volume has dropped down a little bit, but there is a gain knob I can crank up on the side there, but I won't. I'm going to put that back to the middle, and it's got a button here called the warmth button. And that's what that's doing is, I'll just crank up the EQ knob a little bit so my voice is a little bit brighter. So that's just basically taking away the bottom end so you don't get the rumble in your voice. But if I hit the warmth button, you'll notice that the bottom end comes back in, but it's not flabby. So let's just sing something again. I'll stand back again from the microphone. Whoa! So it's on now, and now it's off. It's a really, really, really useful pedal. And I think the same applies for the guitar. Use your compression so that people don't actually realize it's there, unless that's the effect you're going for. Anyway, guys, I've talked too much. Thanks again for the awesome episode, and I'll catch you guys next time.